Okay, let's begin. Welcome, everybody. I'm guessing in due time we'll learn each other's names and know who each other are. Class rep, how many are you in the class for now?
We are 14 in total.
So where are the rest?
They are yet to join.
If you can send a quick message for them, I'll give them 2 minutes for them to join. Okay? So just send a message to them, and then after 2 minutes, if they're not here, we will start.
Okay.
Wonderful. I guess those who have come on time have come on time, so we can begin and proceed. For the next few weeks, I will be the person teaching you Visual Basic Programming. I'll be introducing Visual Basic Programming to you, and then we'll be going through Visual Basic Programming and how we can use Visual Basic Programming to build applications for ourselves. Is that clear? My name is Mark Kofi Amoani Mensah. On the screen, you have my name, and also on the screen, you have my email address. And if there is a need to contact me, you can contact me using the email address so that your grievance can be resolved or anything you want to do can be resolved. Whenever we are going to do a class, there are certain rules that we need to um, uphold so that the class would be formal. The first rule we need to uphold is the rule of time. As you can see today, when it was exactly 1:30, I was here. I'll always be here at 1:30. I'll not be here at 1:31. I'll not be here at 1:32. I'll be here at 1:30. That means at 1:30, I expect that you will be here. You'll be ready and you'll be in time for the class. The next thing is that there is a tone of respect. And my job is to treat you like the adult in which you are. So for the next 2 hours or 3 hours, we'll be here. All we will do is talk about VB, how to code, how to make you better, how to put you in the best position for you to succeed. The expectations I have for you are equal. There must be respect, there must be decorum. Because this is an online class and we'll be meeting face to face, but mostly it will be an online class, I have an expectation of you that every time in which I ask you to speak, you would be in a place that you can talk. Do not let me call you and you'll be in a noisy place or things like that. No. Because it's an online class, it means that interactivity is the key for having our classes to work, which means at any time I'll call any of your names, let's say Nyakon or Seiram or Mr. Saki, and I would advise you put your index numbers also as part of your names when you are logging into the portal, because any questioning which you ask, any participation you do, I'll have to accord marks, and using your names would be difficult. So if you want your marks, you would add your index number as part of your name when you are signing up the next time. I'll be awarding marks like that. Marks will be given based on your participation, which means if you are that person who the whole semester you never talk, it means that whole semester you will get zero. Every mark would be coming through that. And I have an expectation of you. The way my background is clear, you can hear me, everything is fine. That is the same expectation in which I have for you. Because if my background was noisy, you would not hear and you would say I'm not delivering a good product. So I also expect that same thing from you. I want you to come to class prepared. This class, we are going to use a laptop, which means you need to get a laptop. Now, when I say you need to get a laptop, I'm not saying those of you who are young, go and tell your father to buy you a new laptop right now or something like that. But what I'm saying is that in this life, there's a reason we have friends. So go and borrow a laptop, get a laptop for this class, set up of a laptop, not your phone, because there are certain times in the class I will ask you to share your screen and show me something. And I don't want to hear, oh, say, I logged in with my phone. I have an expectation that because you are a student and you are learning, you are logging in with your computer. And for this class, we'll be using the computer a lot. So we'll have those expectations of you. I will give a lot of assignments in this class. All of my assignments will be on the Moodle platform. I expect that every assignment you would go, you would check, you will do it, and you will do it within the time in which the assignment is there, so that we all understand ourselves. If the assignment time is passed, I will not extend. So if I'm setting an assignment and you think that, say, this assignment you are giving us a week, but if we can make it a week and 2 days to be beneficial to us, I am okay. I will do that. But the moment the time is set, the time will not change, which means each person in this room here has an obligation to submit the assignment on time. The final thing is that as much as we are learning and everything, we have a life. Life is not all about work. The whole day I work so hard. To be honest with you, sometimes my day starts as early as 3 o'clock. So I work from 3 o'clock till 9 o'clock. When it is 9 o'clock, to be honest with you, sometimes I don't even want to see the computer or phone anymore. I want to just log off, relax. Don't call me after 9. Whatever problem you have at 9 o'clock can wait till the next day. Now, during the day, you can send me a WhatsApp, you can send me an email, you can give me a call. But to be honest, sending a WhatsApp and a voice note is quicker because of my OCD. I'll always check my WhatsApp. I check my WhatsApp like every 5 minutes if I have a message and then I'll reply. So if you send me a WhatsApp, that will be better. I'll reply you quicker and you get access to whatever you want faster. But if you want to call, you can call. At the moment the time hits 9 o'clock, please, please leave me alone. Mhm. Is there anything we don't understand about the rules? Any rule you would want to put in yourself? Because if there is none, then like a marriage, we'll hold our silence forever. Is there any rule? Anything you don't understand, you want clarification on? Perfect. Now, one last thing. The class is, as I said, I'll call you at random. And when I call you, I expect you to unmute and talk. If you unmute and talk, and what you say is correct, you get some marks. If what you say is not correct, but you unmuted and talked, and I think you are trying your best, I'll still give you some marks. But if you don't unmute and you don't talk, I will deduct 5, and I'll keep on deducting 5 until you hit the 0 mark. Is that clear for us all? So let's have an example. Mr. Adams, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Mr. Adams is saved by the bell. Mr. Prince, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Mr. Prince's voice is very, very nice, by the way. Mr. Saki, are you there?
Yes, please.
Oh my God. The way you said the yes, please, I can see Mr. Saki goes to church a lot. So as you can see, I'll call you like random. I'm not targeting anybody. To be honest, I don't know you well to target you. We are just here to have fun for 2 hours, code and build stuff. That's why we are here. So those are what we are going to do about the class. That is what the class is about. That is how the class is going to be structured. All in all, that is what we are going to do. Now, for the course, we need to download and install a software called Visual Studio 2022. That is 2022. We need to download and install it. That is the software we'll be using. You are not downloading VS Code. VS Code is a totally different thing. Just so that we all have an idea of what we need to install and do. On your screen, I have open. I hope you all can see my screen, right?
Yes, please.
Over here, I have VS Code. So I have VS Code. This is VS Code. This is not what we want to install. We want to install Visual Studio. The VS also means Visual Studio. That's why I'm pointing it out. So we are installing Visual Studio 2022. This one. This is what we want. So we want to install Visual Studio 2022. Everything we will do will be in this software. If we don't install this software, it is going to get a bit hard for you very, very quickly. So we need to install this software. In your module platform, where's your module platform? I think I opened it before the class. So this one, this one. Let me check. 1 second, let me open your module platform. LMS. Wonderful. Okay. So in your module platform, I have already put the course outline there, the link to the software, And the book in which generally I'll be using, I've put all of them there. So when you click on this in your Moodle platform, you'll see there is a click on the link, then you just click on the link and it will open the place in which the software is. You will scroll down, you click on 2022, and then you click on download. Then you download it, and then when you download it, you will install it. Is there anyone who doesn't understand this portion of what I have said? Wonderful. We all understand. Now, in installing the software, once you click on the setup of the software, you will see the screen that I have over here there. So you see this here. Now, over here, you are to install .development.desktop development. This is what you are supposed to install. If you don't install this one, it will come. If you are interested in running Python or Net.js or those things, you can install everything here. That's fine. But what we want is this software here. You need around 5 to 7 gig of data to install the software. The first one, which will come, is very, very light. The rest will all be downloaded online. So you need to have around 5 to 7 gig of data to install the software. So make sure you are at a place that is, like your internet is fast and is clear and you can use to install. Mr. Saki.
Sir, please, which version are we downloading? Is it the professional or the enterprise one?
You download the enterprise one.
Okay, thank you.
Download the enterprise one. Perfect. So again, once you get to that screen, we want to download, make sure the one you select, okay? So let's keep this in memory. Class rep, when we are done, we'll create a class group, like a WhatsApp group for this class alone. And then I'll put the images and things there, just so, and then we can have communication there and things. Yes, Desmond.
Okay.
Sir, please, I was asking, I just checked and it doesn't work for Mac. So I want to ask if there's an alternative for Mac users.
Desmond, I don't think so. Because VB is a Windows software. It works with it's a Windows base. It was built by Microsoft, so I don't think there is a Mac version. I would research on that and get back to you by the end of the day. If the class rep creates the group now, by the end of the day, I'll tell you over there. But I don't think so. Or I'll look for how you can use it in the Mac. If there is, I'll let you know. Is that
All
okay?
right. Yes, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. So remember, we want to do .NET desktop development. Very important. You can install everything there. If you have space on your computer, that is great. But again, .NET desktop development, you can see that it requires a space of around 6 gig. If you download everything here, you can build games, you can do Python, you can do everything using the studio, but it will run you around 22 gig of storage space on your computer. So depending on if you have storage or not, you will know what to do. But for our class purposes alone, when you go to desktop and mobile, you are installing desktop development. I want to make that point very, very clear. Wonderful. Is there any questions on how we are going to set up our software and then run our software? Great. So again, in the Moodle platform, I've put the link there. Just click on the link. It will take you there, install, and set up. Wonderful. Now that we know about the software which we are going to use for our class, what is on our agenda today? Today being Thursday, what are we going to do? We are going to learn what is Visual Basic. We are going to see an overview of the .NET framework. We are going to do a tour of Visual Studio. We are using 2022, not 2017. And then we'll create a project, hello world, those things, an assignment, and all of those things. So what are we doing? Visual Basic is an event-driven programming language by Microsoft. It was originally released in 1991, right? The year 1991, or the year 91. VB is also part of the .NET framework. And it is here that we must have a discussion on it. And the discussion goes as follows. When you take programming, if I'm a programmer and I take programming, there are three ways I can write a program. I can write a program using the structured way or the procedural way. I can write a program using the OOP, that is object-oriented way. And I can write programming using the event. A lot of the time, when students are there, they would actually say, why do we learn all these programming languages in school? And I remember watching a documentary once, and one professor said something in which, honestly, I never thought of, that school is not meant to teach you how to code. It is meant to teach you the paradigms. And these are the paradigms. Now, the structured way is that, step 1, I will do this. Step 2, I will do this. Step 3, I will do this. Step 4, I will do this. Then I will stop. So you realize that under this, you see programs like C, C++, they will teach you C and C++ because they want you to learn how to code with a step-by-step process. Another way of how to code is that, who are you? Oh, I'm a student. What can you do? So in this case, you are coding based on data and actions. So here we are using the object-oriented way. So if I'm coding based on a particular object, what data does he have to save and what can he do? If you're a lecturer, we will save your name, SNIT number, payroll, number of courses you teach, your department, so on and so forth. What can you do as a lecturer? You can take a course, you can upload results, you can do this. So those are the actions I will be coding. And the languages like this, here's where you see that they will teach you languages like Java. They will teach you a language like C#. Now, over here, the way you code is that if I click a button, something should happen. If I go and hover on something, something should happen. If I go and type in something, something should happen. You are coding based on events, the event of a click, a double click, a drop down, a change, a key. Programming languages that do this is where you will learn programming languages like JavaScript, and you learn a programming language like VB. So VB is used to teach you because VB programming is mostly event-based. When you click, something should happen. When you double click, something should happen. When the user goes and hover, something should happen. When the user does this, something should happen. You are coding based on an event. So if something doesn't happen, you will not, the code, like, you only do an action when an event happens. So you are waiting for an event. And the events are double click, single click, multiple click. All of those things are events that should happen for a particular action to happen. So the question of why are we learning VB? To be honest, we're not learning VB because of the programming language and want to know how to code VB. We are learning VB because VB is there for every single programming language that is based on event. Why do you learn C++? Because you are learning how to code in the structured or using the structured paradigm or the procedural paradigm. And the reason we call it procedural or structured is because from step 1, I'll go to step 2, step 2, I'll go to step 3, I'll go to step 4. The reason why we learn Java or this is because we want to learn how to code in object-oriented programming methods. Does it make sense to us? Now, VB, in this world, if there is any programming language which is hard, it is not VB. VB is the chilled younger brother of all the programming languages. It is English-like, so it is easy to read. It is not strongly typed, so it is optional. It has OOP capability. We can drag and drop the visuals we want to do. Because it is built by Microsoft, it means that with VB, we can use Office and Windows and all the Office suites because it's Windows who did it. And it is ideal for desktop application, often applications. If we want to do automation of certain activities, we can use VB and it will work for us. Now, there is a problem in this world. And because of that problem, the .NET framework was created. And you would hear a lot, there is the .NET framework. What's the .NET framework? What was .NET? Now, somebody is very good at C++. Someone is very good at C#. Someone is very good at VB, that's Visual Basic. Now, Microsoft had a scenario whereby they had developers in C++ who don't want to come to C. They have developers in C who don't want to come to VB. Nobody wants to live where they are because you are comfortable. I am fancy. I can speak fancy. I can speak tree too. Because as a child, I lived in the Labadi regions, I can speak Gantu. Of course, I can speak English. I can speak Ewe. Even though my girlfriend speaks Ewe, I can't speak Ewe, or she's Ewe. I can speak Ewe. Now, she knows Ewe, she knows French, she knows English, she knows Tree. That means if we want to communicate with each other, we normally communicate using Tree or English. The .NET framework takes all of these languages and creates a layer. The .NET framework creates a layer. And the layer that it creates, it allows the computer to understand you irrespective of the language you are speaking. So if I have this as my layer, and I have this as my computer, and at the top of my computer, I have various languages. So I have C++, I have C#, I have VB, If you write your code, all of your codes that you have written, instead of it going directly to the computer, goes to the .NET framework. The .NET framework takes all your codes and makes it into a meaningful way that the computer can understand. That means that the problem of you being a C++ programmer, having you to change to be able to code C# goes away. Because now, because of the .NET framework, any code I write, the .NET framework will take it and make it compatible with any other language. That is why when I showed you the page, you could see that there was Python there, there was C# there, there was all of those things there, because they want to create a framework whereby, regardless of the coding which I'm coding, the .NET framework will be able to handle the code that is coming and translate it to a language that the computer will understand. Hence, I don't have to change languages. So VB falls part of the .NET framework. That is when I write code in VB, it will pass through the .NET framework and be made compatible to any computer that I am using. How will I create an application? How will I create a VB application? Now, before we discuss that, we must discuss the whole semester what we will do. So I have your course outline here. Again, your course outline is in your Moodle platform. And then in your course outline, today we'll have an introduction class into VB. The next class, we'll discuss how to design an interface. Then week 3, we'll discuss how to code and handle events. Then we'll come and discuss working with text box, labels, combo boxes, all of those things. Then we'll come and see how we can add images, numbers, dealing with variables, and so on and so forth. Then during the Easter break, I'll give you plenty of assignments so that the Easter you not enjoy. So that we can overview everything we have done from chapter 1 to 6. Then when we come back, we'll come and do math operations. We'll come and do string operations. We'll come and see how we can add logic to our code, if, else, all of those things. Then we'll do loops, we'll do procedurals. Then we'll meet and do loops, OOP, error handling, those kind of things. Then after that, you guys will go and write your exam. So when you take it, I've marked everything we'll be doing every single week so that we'll have a fair idea of what to do. Remember, there will be assignments and things in which you all form part of your 40%. And then your exam would be, of course, 60%. In class, I always realize that students will always do assignments, but when it comes to exams, they will fail because they will let people do the assignments for them or things like that. So as I said, in this class, even though assignments and things will come, they'll form like 10% of the 40%. The 30% is what you say in class. That means that during the whole semester, if you say nothing in class, at the end of the semester, you get 0 because you did nothing. Of course, you get the 10% from the assignments and things. Maybe I'll make it 20%. Maybe. But the other 20, you will not get anything because you didn't talk, you didn't contribute, you didn't show work, you didn't do anything. So in this class, making sure you participate fully is very important. Male or female, it doesn't really matter. Hope I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Now wonderful. VB. How do I start a VB application? Over here, as I said, the application we'll be using is Visual Studio 2022. So I'll go and click on Visual Studio 2022. When I click on it, this is what I will see. And this is the window that will appear for me. That is, I've installed everything. Everything is okay. I will go and click on create a new project. I will go and click on Visual Basic because there are lots of languages. These are all programming languages. What language do I want to use? I want to use Visual Basic. In Visual Basic, there are lots of things I can do with it. I can create an app. I can create a Linux application. I can do all of these things. What do I want to do? Oh, I want to create a desktop or a Windows application. And in Windows, I want to create a desktop one. Because in Windows, I can create a test. I can create a web. I can create a mobile. But what I want to do is a desktop application. Then in that here too, there are lots of things I can choose. You can see. But again, I'm going to choose Windows Form App. That is what I want to do. So I'll make sure I'm selecting Windows Forms App. I'll select that. Then I'll click on Next. The computer asks me, what name do I want to give the project I'm about to do? The name of the project is going to be Distance Lesson App. One word, no space. One word, no space. No space. We don't want to leave space in anything we are doing. When I'm done, I'll click on Next. And it asks me, what .NET framework do I want to use? So that anytime I launch my application, no matter what device the person is using, the .NET framework will make it easy for it to be compatible. For now, it really doesn't matter since it's going to be on my computer. So I will use the .NET 8. And then I'll click on Next or Create. The computer will take all the things in which I'm doing. It will prepare the area for me, and it will create the file for me. This is the interface I will get. This is the interface. A lot of the time, when students start learning programming, they want to just dive in, if then, understanding the environment is important. How will I open to where I am? First step, I will go to the start menu. I will search for Visual Studio 2022. Remember, there is Visual Studio Code. We are not using Visual Studio Code. We are using Visual Studio 2022. Once I find it, I'll click, I will open, and I'll select the things in which I said to bring me here. When I get here, there are certain things in which I need to know. The first thing I need to know is my toolbox. If you have a toolbox, it has all the equipment you need to do things, to build things, to get things done. That means the toolbox is where we'll get our pointers, our buttons, our mouse. Is where I'll click and drag the button over here, and you can see that I have a button over here now. You can see that it's where I'll get a label, so that I can come and put a label over here. It's where you can see I can get a text box. So I can drag the text box here to put it here. I can increase the length to get this, and I can put this over here to be in line. So it is the toolbox that will drag and bring things to design the applications we want to design. Any application we want to design, it is the toolbox that will allow us to design those things. We have the property panel. Anything that is on over here, if I click it, it has a property. How big is that? How big should it be? What is this color? How should it shape? What is this dimension? How should it be? So everything in which you put over here, when you click it, you can see that each thing here has its own property. It is the property that will manipulate to make the thing look aesthetically pleasing or to behave in a particular way or act in a particular manner. It is the properties that we will attack for every tool. So every tool that we put over here has its own properties that will manipulate. So you need the toolbox, you need the properties panel. If they are not there, it's not a big deal. Because if you go to view, you would see toolbox over here and you see properties window down here so that when you click on them, they will appear back. So if I mistakenly go and close my toolbox, when I go to view and I click on toolbox, it will appear again. There's no need to panic. The middle part, I didn't talk about it, so let's talk about it. Like an artist, like a designer, you need a canvas to build. You as the programmer, you are a designer. You are designing things. They are aesthetically pleasing. And the canvas provides you the area for you to put the things you want to design. Everything you want to design, you take it and put it here. This becomes the window. I can close the window off and make it smaller. I can make the window bigger. This is how the person is going to see it. You control everything. Everything is controlled by you. It goes without saying that a lot of the time, no one falls in love with you for the first time because of how you look inside. If you go to church or a bar or something and you see some fine girl at the church or some fine guy at the church, depending on if you're male or female, and you see the girl and you're like, oh, this girl can cook, so I love her. Is that what you say? Or you see her and you go, oh my God, this girl, she can wash clothes very well. Or this guy can provide. You don't do that. You fall in love with what you see. Oh, this girl is fair. Oh, this girl is dark. Oh, this girl is short. Oh, me, I like short girls. Oh, this girl is tall. Oh, me, I like tall girls. It is based on what you see. What you see will lead you to go and investigate if what the person has is great, bad, good, whatever it is, that is what it will lead you on. Looking at the screen, the canvas is where we would design our applications. Our applications have to be aesthetically pleasing because if it is not, people will not use it. All of us in this room here have a phone or has used a phone before. All of us in this room here, when you use your phone, you have downloaded an app. And all of us in this room here, when you download an app and the app doesn't make sense, app where you mommy delete here, then you will delete it. This app is not good. Let me just remove it. Right there, the developer has gone home and went to cry with his wife and children because that app did not get money for him that day. Our apps have to get money for us, which means when people use it, they must enjoy it, they must find it good, and they must find it useful. And the only way they'll find it useful is if they like what they see. So it is here that we will design. We will spend a long class learning how to design, how to make it good, look good. And when we say something look good, it's based on proportion. If something is not proportionally right, it doesn't look good. If I want to make this thing look good, I can put this over here at the side. I can go for another label. I can go and pick another label and put it here. I can make sure I pick another text box. I can put that text box over here. How you position a thing, if everything is in line it gives the impression that the thing looks good. If it's not in line, it doesn't look good. So we'll try to put things in line. We'll try and then create avenues so that our work looks professionally done. We will manipulate the size, the font size, and all of those things so that our work has a particular look about it. Using the properties panel, we can arrange them, we can manipulate them, we can do whatever we want to them so that they look a certain way. So that after we have designed it and we come and we click on the run button at the top here, the application would run. So in this course, we will learn how to build it, run it, and we will learn how to set it up so that we can give it to people. Or click the installation button, then your app will come. How does that work? You can see that I have run the application. This is how it will look like on the computer. We have then the person will come and type something in here, type something in here. And when he's done, then you click on the button and something will happen. Now look at how I am talking. When he clicks on the button, then something will happen. That means that I'm waiting for an event to happen. When he clicks, maybe a pop-up will come. When he clicks, maybe something will be calculated. When he clicks, something will show. I am going to use VB to showcase all of these things. And that's what we'll be doing this semester. We'll be designing interfaces like this and seeing how we can manipulate it to let things show, calculate, open another one, set up, do all of those things. But if we have not installed the software, it won't work for us. So step one this week, your only job, go and install the software. Are there any questions, please? Are there any questions, please?
So my question is, are you going to share recording so that we can follow the steps you told us?
Oh yeah, I think the class is being recorded, so the recordings will be shared with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think every class we do will be recorded and shared with you. Every single one.
All right, thank you.
Any more questions, please? A lot of the time, programming classes are not classes in which when we come to class and we do and we close and go home, then it is done. It is progressive. You'll be trying, you'll be getting errors. You have to seek, oh, how do I do this? That classroom, create a WhatsApp group. When you create the WhatsApp group, separate from your class WhatsApp group, put everybody inside and add me as an administrator so that if there are certain things we are having problem, we can communicate over there. Then when we come to class, we'll work and then do it like that. That's number one. The group is not the group where when you wake up in the morning, then you come and put morning devotion and things there. It's only for, oh, I have a problem here, I have this is this, that's all. That's what the group is for. When the class ends, we will dissolve it and we'll all go our way. Next week, we will start exactly at 1:30. All of us have to be here at 1:30. That thing where when it is 1:30, then we have to call you. Oh, class rep, what you call them so that they will come. We will not do that thing. We all know we are not children. We all know we are supposed to be here 1:30. Let us be here at 1:30. Exactly. Yes. Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you raise your hand.
Yes, sir. So, like, I wanted to say, sometimes your voice do go down a little bit. So, if you can be consistent in your voice so that we can hear you very well. Hello.
All right, Emmanuel, I've heard you. I'll work on that for our next class. All right, so that it will not be cutting off and coming back. Okay.
All right.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
All right, sure. So I'll work on that so that you cut it off and coming back. The best setup for this class would be the dual setup, but it's good if you can be practicing what I'm doing with me so that if you have a problem, you would know. But again, the classes are recorded and will be sent. So if there's anything you want to go over, you can go over that, or you can get in contact with me. Today's class was simple. What are we doing? What do we need to set up? How does it look like? And what we will be doing? I think we have done that. We'll bring the class for today to an end. Next week, we'll have the full class. And next week's class will be us learning how to design the interface and how to run the interfaces we have designed to do certain things. So that will be our goal next week. So next week, we'll have the full 2-hour class. So just make sure you're prepared for that. If there's anything, let me know in the background. Thank you all for coming today. We'll meet again next week.
Thank you, sir.